Today is freezing outside. I'm literally shaking. But I still decided to do this video from this little mountain. I'll show you, it's very little, but without even planning about it, I have been coming to the top of this mountain for almost a month now. Every time I do a bike ride, I just don't even plan it. I'll just kind of take my bike and I don't have a final destination. But without even realizing it, this has been my final destination for every bike ride in the last month. And every time I'm in the top, right here, I kind of do my own little meditation and I think back where I was 3 years ago, exactly about 3 years ago, when I was at my lowest, literally at my lowest in every aspect of my life. But I was starting to realize and understand the power of my energy. And I was starting to apply it in many ways. So at the beginning of Libra season, which was 3 years ago, September 22nd, I work with my energy and I sat down, connect with my soul, put aside my ego, and decided, what do I want in the next couple of years? What is actually going to make me happy, truly happy? And I find out that it was going to be working on my own, on my inner work, do personal growth. I didn't know how to do that. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't even know how to start it. But I was kind of on my way. I was already having some counseling sessions, reading a lot of books, hanging out with a little bit different people that having we were able to have little deep conversations about the topic. And I realized with the pass of the time that probably I was needing to work a little bit more than a couple of years. At the beginning, I thought, well, I think I want to invest 2 years in do personal growth. Didn't know what to expect, like I said before, didn't know that I had to do that many changes in my life. Basically, I turned it all upside down, and I didn't have to break that many patterns that they weren't serving me anymore. But I did it. And then when I was in the middle of the process, I realized that probably I was gonna need more than 2 years. And the following year, I said, okay, I need 2 more. And now 3 years total has passed. So at the beginning of Libra season this year, which was on September 22nd, 2020, I kind of reconnect with my energy again. I did my meditation and I was like, okay, what do I want? And I said, you know what? I truly, truly want to do a bike ride every day and have me time, connect with my energy, and remember every little thing that I have been going through and kind of summarize it and connect with it. Why did I go through that? What's going to be next? So, I wasn't thinking that was going to be possible because usually it gets cold and rainy where I live. So, biking every day, like on October, end of September, all October, it's almost impossible sometimes. But it happened. It somehow, the universe helped me out and it just happened. And every day, without planning, came here and connected with my energy, thought about everything when I was at my lowest, how many times I lost the hope. I was hopeless that when it's going to be possible that I'm going to be at my highest. And when I'm here, basically lately, I have been on my highest in every aspect of my life. Of course, if you check my bank account, and I'm literally shaking because it's too cold, but if you check my bank account, you probably are going to think I'm crazy. And I'm like, what are you talking about? How can you say that you are at your highest? But I am at my highest because I manage what I wanted. I managed to find my own freedom, like inside freedom, inner freedom. You know, I managed to connect with myself, with my soul, with my heart, with my brain, everything at the same time. And most important, I manage somehow to recognize when my ego is talking and when my soul is talking, and make a balance of the both of them. It's a lot of work. It has been taking me 3 years, but every time that I'm here at the top of this little mountain, I remember when I was at my lowest. And that brings me here, back to the present, back to enjoy every second when I'm back home, spending time with my friends, with my son, the people I care about, or just by my own, enjoying every little second of it, because I appreciate it even more now than ever. Coming to this little mountain makes me remember how is to be on your lowest. And it makes me remember that when you're on your lowest, your mission is to learn, is to grow from it. And don't get stuck in being hopeless about it. Just keep moving, work, learn, grow. So then when you're at your highest, you can enjoy it the best. You can enjoy every second because you don't take it for granted. All my life, I kind of have emotional about all these kids, poor kids, that they have no families, that they are on the streets. Since I was very young, I always want to help. And my first dream was to own an orphan, but I realized that it was almost impossible where I am from. So I moved on to the idea of maybe adopt a child one day. Eventually things changed. I moved out of that country. I started everything back from scratch in Canada, which it felt like maybe adopting a child could be being like farther down in the time. So I decided to create a clothing brand, and with that profit, create a foundation. Well, life always have different plans for you, and then I became a mom, and then things changed drastically. And then is when I realized that I was needing to help me first in order to help my son, in order to think about helping another kids. So talking about the energy here, talking about how can you connect with your energy, and when you're connected with your energy, things happen. And when I connect and thought, please, all that I want is be able to bike every day of this Libra season and connect and have that time for meditate and be grateful about everything that I have been going through in the last 3 years and all the blessings I've had, blah, blah, blah. You know, how can I, there's a part of me that feels a little bit ashamed, because it's like, how can I say that? Well, there's so many kids, but I'm like, one part of me says, well, what you're trying to say is that if there are kids out there being cold, being hungry, being lonely, if they connect with their energy, those problems are going to get fixed. Well, I don't have the power to fix the world. I don't. But I do have the power to send a little message in this video. I do have the power to share my story to someone that maybe they are in the lowest and they can remember that one day they can be at their highest. Maybe they feel at their lowest because they want to give a kid on adoption, or they cannot support their family and they just want to run away. They don't feel capable of. But maybe if they remember that there's one day that they're going to be at their highest and they're going to feel proud of the work they have done and they learn the lessons, then it will be worth it, right? My time. Then this little video will be worth it. And if that can help somehow one little family, one person, to help that kid or 2 kids to not being on the streets, then this is worth it. When we're at the lowest and we learn and we grow from it, we know that when we are at our highest, then our joy is 100% us. No one can take that away from us because we learn our way. We learn our path. So we know we can always get there again. Have a great day, and I'm going to show you around right now.